Hello everyone, this is Mr. Boutros Asad, and today we will learn how to make a bar graph. This means how we will construct a bar graph using the data that I collect. To make a bar graph, let's remind you of the components of the bar graph. The bar graph has two lines. The horizontal line will be for the data that you collect, and the vertical line will be for the frequency of your data. But to construct or to make a bar graph, first you need a frequency table. You can't construct a bar graph without having a frequency table for the data you collect. So this frequency table is about how a group of children travel to school one morning. For uh, on a day of the school, 11 children walked to the school, 10 used car, 7 ride bikes, and 4 come by bus. I want to make this data into a bar graph so that I can easily understand this data. First, the data that I'm looking or I will represent is the children that walked for the school, and they are 11. Here is the word walk that will be the place for the bar of this data. So I will draw a bar on top of this word, and the height of this bar will be 11, that represents the frequency of this data. So I will draw a bar and its height is 11, so that it represents the number of children that walked to school. Let's move to the next data, the children that used a car to come to school, and they are 10. So I will construct a bar on the top of this word car. And the height of this bar should stop at the frequency. The frequency of cars is 10, so I will stop at 10. So I draw a bar and its height is 10, representing, and its height is 10, representing the frequency of cars. And I should color this bar. Remember that the bars should not be connected. It should be separated like this. It has a space. They have a space between each other. Let's move to bike. The frequency of bike is 7. So I will go to the word bike and I will draw a bar that has a height of 7. Here is 7. If you look, I stop here, and it is exactly between 6 and 8, which is 7, so that the frequency of bikes is 7. Then I should color this bar. The last data here is bus. Bus has a frequency of 4, So I will construct a bar on the top of word bus, and it should stop at 4, like this. Then I should color it. Now I finished constructing a bar graph for this frequency table. To sum up, to construct a bar graph, you need a frequency table for your data. Then you draw two lines, the horizontal line for the data and the vertical line for the frequency. Then on top of each data, you draw or construct a bar that is its height is the frequency of this data. So for example, for the bus, I constructed a bar with a height of 4 because the frequency of bus is 4.